Mike,
the start for Dynasty.
Can't wait to see the battle between Yosh Rao and Monville up the middle. Blake's been up there a decent amount too, but Yosh getting the lion's share of the spins. They're going to shoot Monville off the break, so 5-on-4 situation in favor of Dynasty.
Yeah, Mike Bianca, one of the best scouting coaches in paintball, knows that Monville likes to be up there. Dynasty, also one of the best shooting teams off the break historically. Take Monville off the field. Yosh coming on to Heat's brick. I'm not sure that Ronnie Dizon saw him make that move.
Yeah, Dizon looked like he was on the gap, but Yosh right through it. So Yosh, the thorn in Houston Heat side. Houston Heat's going to try to get outside wide. Looks like Yosh trying to set a trap as he comes back to his brick. Chad George dips into the snake. He's in snake too. Moorhead thinking about getting in with him, but bad death for Harrison Fry. Going to even up the count. It's 4-on-4.
Yeah, I think he just lost a heads-up gunfight with Ryan Moorhead there. Perhaps Chad George, Arturo Andrade now getting into the snake for Dynasty. 4-on-4 situation. Positional advantage Dynasty with that center presence and snake presence. But look for Houston Heat to make some secondaries before too long. Ryan Moorhead, always a proactive player.
And Greenspan going to get into the snake with Andrade.
Now crawling into that snake too, getting close. Greenspan, elite at hunting hoppers, elite at everything you can do on a paintball field.
Yeah, so it's 4-on-4, but it's a little bit more of a crossfield spread with Dizon at the Aztec towards the D side here for Heat. Dynasty has another body in the snake, though, as Dynasty has not let Moorhead get out yet.
Yeah, Blake Yarber keeping Chad George in check for now. Yosh looking like he wants to make some kind of move. Ryan Moorhead sneaking out into the snake 1 behind Chad George.
Yeah, patient on reading the gunfight and getting in there safe to help out Chad.
Chad George now in the snake 3. Ryan Moorhead in the snake 2. So both teams mirrored in terms of snake positioning. Both teams with 4 bodies. No one out to the Dorito side for Dynasty, but they have Yosh Rao in the center who can attempt to prevent Chad George from going forward. But
Greenspan with an uncharacteristic death over the top of his spot. That's going to put Dynasty in a little bit of a tough position. Down a body here in point number 1. Looking over the shoulders here, Houston Heat. Mishka tucked into that back center, and Ronnie Dizon tucked into that Aztec on the D side. We got a double stack of bodies in the snake. Let's see if they can get through Yosh Rao's gun, though.
First points, always so critical.
Ooh, I think Arturo Andrade with a nice shot on Mishka Kesnev in that back center, and that's going to even up the count. Great gunfight win for Arturo.
Andrade has made a reputation for himself as a great gun battler, especially from his knees. Now or is that Ryan Moorhead getting into the wedge?
The leapfrog move. So Ryan goes past him, and I don't think they know he's there. Oh, and Arturo gets his loader scalp, so it's been a back-and-forth seesaw battle here in point number 1. And Blake Yarber with a big fill across, makes it clean to try to stop the bleeding on this D side.
Yeah, 2-on-3 advantage Heat. Yosh Rao has to live behind his gun in that brick. But Yarber gets the drop.
Yeah, Yarber's going to get the drop, and he stays alive, and he trades out. Are we going to see a penalty assessed? It looks like...
Chad lived.
Yeah, so Chad lived through it, and then Ronnie shoots Yosh, so the first point is going to go to Houston Heat.
Wow.
For a second, it looked like Blake Yarber traded with both. He shot much of it at all.
Now, quick turnaround for Heat in Dynasty. Dynasty rolling with the same line, as is Heat. 5-on-5 breakout. Oh, never mind. Ronnie Dizon dies out of his bunker. The Dorito inserts are early advantage for Dynasty. Yosh Rao filtering into the middle.
Well, they didn't get much of a break after a decently long point. So there's 11 minutes left to go. Yosh is back onto Houston Heat's side.
Yeah, just perfect understanding. Knows that Ronnie Dizon comes off, knows that there's no eyes up that alley. So he sneaks into Heat's brick, and he's just keyed up for a filler out to that Dorito side.
Chad George going to get into the snake, though, and he makes it clean through the gap. Moorhead going to try to get out to the can, and he makes it clean.
Yeah, and it's big for Dynasty to pick that up, because if Chad takes another bump and gets a little creative, he might be able to shoot Yosh in the pack. It's so important to get Blake that, or get Yosh that intel once he's onto Heat's side of the field.
Yeah, so with Rao all the way up on their side and a one-body advantage, down a point, have to capitalize. Never know when a real long point is going to go down and decrease the amount of points played. So every point super crucial out here.
Houston Heat, no one out wide, Dorito side, but they do have Chad George in the snake. Harrison Fry, though, getting out to the Dorito corner. He's done, I think, the best job of anybody in terms of getting wide and forward on the Dorito side at the right times.
Harrison Fry out into D1. He's going to go right into D2.
Oh, he just shot Sam Monville in transition from the mini brick. Awesome job, Harrison Fry. 5-on-3 advantage Dynasty.
Drill's been working out here for Fry as gets a crucial kill. That takes the body out that could go and bunker out Rao. So Rao's going to have a little bit more of a comfortable life up here on Houston Heat's side. Does have to worry now about Chad George, but he's tucked in nicely on the opposite side where Chad can't see him.
Yeah, Chad shoots Blake Yarber in. Houston Heat often likes to attack from being on their heels. Yosh now playing the outside of his bunker. Didn't get the intel that Monville was dead, but is able to shoot Mishka, I think. No? But Ryan Moorhead dies.
Yeah, Moorhead dies on that. Got called on a barrel hit. Mishka's going to die to the back center. At least just Chad George. So Dynasty looking pretty good. Try to clean this one up.
Yeah,
Another
nice
great performance from Yosh Rao and Harrison Fry.
Yeah, I don't think Yosh shot Mishka, but what he did is make Mishka shoot at him, and that allowed Arturo Andrade to get on the wrap and shoot Mishka.
Chad George does shoot out Blake Yarber, though.
3-on-1. It's Fry, Greenspan, and Andrade against George.
Chad's going to crawl up. Harrison does not know where he is.
He heard the gun. Oh, Chad saw the shadow. Oh,
Harrison's
nice
gonna
job.
Harrison Fry nicely executed. Everyone playing the shadows out here as it's still early in the morning, so going to be a tie game.
Harrison Fry, nice job there. Getting out wide. Nice job, Yosh Rao, killing Ronnie.
Maybe when I was 20. Not right now.
5-on-5 tie game. Oh, but Arturo Andrade going to get shot, as is Ryan Moorhead, as is Yosh Rao. So 4-on-3, make it a 4-on-2. Advantage Houston Heat. Bloodbath, not off the break. These are all first engagement deaths, Matty.
Yeah, great job by Houston Heat here, stepping up in this tie game. And I can hear kill 3, so they've got it figured out. Monville is going to move up into the brick. Greenspan going to try to get into the snake, makes it clean, and then Harrison Fry's going to get clipped trying to load.
Yeah, shot top of his hopper, so it's just Greenspan in a 1-on-4. Dynasty is discussing the concession here.
I mean, it's the GOAT, but it's 1-on-4. Yeah, you got to concede it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to need Ryan, so you might as well save him a little bit of energy here.
Yeah. Dynasty Heat hungry for it, rolling all starters.
On the breakout, Dynasty going to risk a body out wide D side and makes it clean. Here comes Ryan Moorhead early into the snake.
Yeah, he pulled the slingshot from the back center, ran around Chad George. I'm sure it was the design play. Nicely done, getting in there alive.
I like this. After a couple plays of sending Yosh up early, he goes to the door and then does a little lateral movement across to the mini wall.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to hope that Monville would try to match him. But
Yeah.
Monville also going to be at the door.
Oh, Ryan Greenspan sliding into the South Electronics can with, I believe, Danny Schonauer. Yosh now just going to keep Ryan Moorhead in check. Ryan Moorhead unable to make that move forward with Yosh on that gap. Also doesn't need to, up 2-1 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Harrison Fry quick into the Dorito 2, Matty. I don't think there's any debate. Harrison Fry's playing the fastest pace on this Dorito side.
Yeah, and Dynasty with some options in that spot. Definitely need to keep rolling with Harrison.
Had some big moments against Damage, knocking them out of the tournament. It is Danny. He's into the Snake 3 for Dynasty. 5-on-5 situation.
Well, speaking of quickest into spots, in the prelims, Danny was, if not the quickest, one of the quickest to get into that Snake 3.
Moorhead worried about Harrison Fry hopping out down the wire. Now he comes inside to communicate with Ronnie Dizon cross field.
Danny might be doing a little surgery on his gun right now, though, Mike.
Sure looks like it.
As we pan across, seeing Moorhead in good position for Houston Heat with the lead to protect, 5:42 to go.
Yeah, really good communication there. He said, I cannot shoot the Charlie. They're on the bounce shot. So Dizon maybe asking for a job from Ryan Moorhead, and he has to call it off.
Yeah, Ryan shooting down the sideline, trying to protect himself from the bounce shot off of the wedge.
Harrison Fry down low in that Dorito too. He doesn't like sitting in that Aztec inside all day. He'd prefer to have eyes up the middle from the Dorito 2 position. He's been there more than anybody.
Chad George going to get into Snake 1 to help out Ryan Moorhead.
Moorhead looking back at the clock, announcing the time. That tells you something about the pace of this field. 5 minutes up 1. Houston Heat thinking, hey, we might be able to hold out the way we're set up here. They got Monville keeping Danny in check. They got Chad and Moorhead on the snake wire. They got Mishka keeping Danny and Ryan Greenspan in check. They got Ronnie Dizon on the cross to keep eyes on Harrison Fry. The field locked up. The only hole right now is through the middle.
And we'll see, Mike, if Dynasty can get a read on that.
Yarber looking like he wants to take it. He's going to filter out to that Dorito insert. That's going to allow him to put pressure on Dizon. I expect Blake Yarber to make a move up the middle before too long.
They still have a little bit of time to be patient. It does look like Danny got his gun back up and working again, so Dynasty.
Yeah, that's huge.
5 guns up in this 5-on-5 with 4:10 on the clock.
Yeah, Yosh over the top of the mini wall, recognizing now that Moorhead is in no hurry to come forward. So Yosh considering where they're going to find the offense. Dynasty historically so good at solving the puzzle, working together, working in pairs to break situations like this open. It's got to happen in the next 3:45. Yarber receiving no pressure, comes over the top of that mini brick. He's just trying to see if someone's setting a trap for him up the middle. The trap is not there. He has it if he wants it.
Blake thinking about it. He's getting a read on the situation, knows they need an offensive punch somewhere. Danny eventually going to have to commit to try to get to the wedge. Blake decides to go and team up with Harrison, goes into D1. Blake now going to double up with Harrison.
He had an idea. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Blake, unorthodox. I have no doubt that he has a good idea. Now crawling forward on his belly into the Dorito 3.
Well, this is a slightly unconventional base. Most teams want to flood that body up the middle, but it can be a trap. I mean, Moorhead's looking that way. Chad George has been popping the top more down the sideline to try to stop the run through.
I think Monville's going to shoot Blake right here if he's not super careful. That beam blocking him out. Wow, this is one of the sneakiest moves we've seen all weekend, Maddie. No one knows he's here. He's crawling forward.
He's crawling forward, but Chad is on that sideline. So as soon as he comes around, he might be able to trade with Moorhead. Oh, I don't know. It looks like a trade. Chad George begging for it, not going to get it. He does take Monville out. Harrison pops the top, trying to get a kill off the Chaos, not able to do it. 4-on-4 now.
Man, that was so creative by Blake Yarber. It's only a trade, but that's still big. It just makes it so there's just a little less pressure. It allows Danny to come cross field now, because Sam Monville was drawn by the action over there. Danny going to die, though.
Oh, that's a tough death for Danny. Tough death for Danny in that situation. Gives Dynasty only 3 bodies to work with here to try to break into this cross.
Oh, Harrison Fry, full send into the Dorito 3, laying out there. Yosh Rao.
Monville going to come off that lane, though. So Monville was looking at the lane to keep Harrison out of the wedge. And actually switched at the perfect time to try to shoot Greenspan. Greenspan makes it through the gap. And that, with the switch of Monville, allows Harrison to just coast right in.
Harrison can't die here. Needs to stay alive. Dizon picked him up on the move. He definitely feels like he wants to shoot Chad George, but has to value his body.
Whoever wins this gunfight with Harrison and Chad George, it's massive. If it's Harrison, could be the big moment for Dynasty. Harrison jumps out to try to get the angle on Chad, not able to get it, but here comes Yosh Rao flooding up the middle.
No one's seen him, Maddie.
Yeah, no one's seeing Yosh. He's going to try to drop the hammer on Monville, but he goes into the gun, so Monville's going to trade out with Yosh. Harrison pops the top, try to get a kill. 2-on-3 now.
Gotta have it moment. Only a minute left, Maddie. This is the point. If you're Dynasty 2-on-3, it's got to be Greenspan and Harrison Fry.
Gonna be tough to break this cross, though, Mike. Harrison's gonna launch and trade out, turns it into a 1-on-2. Oh, let's see what the GOAT can do.
Wow,
and he gets
Dizon.
Yeah, Ronnie Dizon and Mishka gonna seal up the win here for Houston Heat against San Diego Dynasty. They don't need,
San Diego Dynasty down 2 with under a minute left here, Maddie. need two. One doesn't help you, so it is all out.
A lot needs to go your way, but here comes the full send. They take all the forward positions and pause there to see if they can trap Houston Heat, maybe get a quick kill. They don't. They're not able to get a kill, but then Harrison launches to the 50-yard line.
They do kill Monville. Harrison gets...
Oh, a minor penalty going to be assessed here on Harrison Fry. That's going to pull out Joe Barrett. Arturo Andrade gets diced up. So does Blake Yarber, and that leaves just Ryan Greenspan as the dust settles from the chaos with 25 seconds left, needing 2 to tie. Head checks the clock, and...
Too late, Matty.
Yeah, it's too late. They needed that one to have any chance at all, and they need it in about 25 seconds. And so it's just going to be Ryan Greenspan with not much he can do, looking at 3 guns. He's going to give it an attempt. That's all he could do at that point in time. So Houston Heat takes down the Dragon here and moves on to play the winner of the Tauntauns and Aftershock match. Houston Heat, yeah, picking up some new bodies to bulk out their roster, but